Hello guys, Jerry speaking. Welcome to LJPCBM episode number 810. Now before I begin this reaction video to the Sunday show episode number 13, I would like to say something, okay? First of all, I just think that when I did want to react to the Sunday show episode, when I did watch Sunday show episode 13 that day, I felt horrible, you know. I just want to tell Mom personal me that I wanted to do that day, but then all of a sudden I just wanted to get rid of my that things off my chest that day. Because during that time frame, I just thought, okay, we need to talk to my mom about this. But then all of a sudden, things are going downhill that following Monday, which is that Monday, let's say 28th, which again I will not talk about on this episode of LJPCBM Reacts, but it's just I felt like it was a horrible decision to make. I was at work, but then all of a sudden I just didn't know what it was, but I felt like it was a horrible day, but it's not a horrible day. In the way I was feel sad, you know. Didn't know what it was. I felt not happy at all, you know. But yeah, because the way it treated to say things like following posts saying that, let's just say for example, here's one. Just a friendly reminder for everyone that you're more than welcome to promote your stuff on YouTube. And I ask you to not over promote your stuff. That's so everyone can have a chance to promote their stuff, seeing difficult kinds of content. Now, when he said things like that, I was in shocked and felt horrible, you know. Didn't know what it was, and I'm not talking about over what raised my situation. I felt like I'm in pain, you know. And making the wrong direction, you know. But I feel like calm and feel better. Didn't know what it was in the time, but, you know. But the thing is, I shouldn't do copyrighted music on the 25 channel. But no, that didn't happen, you know. Because because at the end of this video, we should have the la ba ba in this video. But no, I just felt like it's a Sesame Street song. But no, I felt like it was a horrible decision to make. But it just feels like it was all I want is that I wanted to make this happen, you know. It's just, but never want to do it on the 25 Discord server again. Only mine, Hamish Bowman Army, let's say Hamish Army and Troll Nation server, and of course, Troll Nation server. If you watch this, Bowman and Trollinator, this for you guys. I'm your boss, you know that. I just feel like I need to talk to you guys over when we get a chance, because I feel like it's not a horrible decision. It was maybe talk over it not really via the stream per se, but via where it was, you know, just because I felt like I need to talk about you guys over a bit about it, you know. But let's make positive thoughts, everyone. But let's just talk about my reactions to the Sunday show episode 13. Begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I just had high chat replay because I felt like the chat, because I wasn't reading some of my comments yet, because I felt like it's not a horrible decision to make. It's just it's just times where I can feel like it just didn't feel like my bones are gonna be broken. Continue on. Okay. Same response you watch reaction video I did. Go check it out. Okay. Watch this episode of LJPCBM, okay? I was gonna type, well, royalty free music sucks. You know, that's just me, cause you want. But I couldn't. But anyway, I recommend Ryan Ferris music. Go check it out. But anyway, and Marshall Brown. But anyway, my recommendation. But anyway. Anyway.
Welcome to the Sunday Show. This is the interactive show where host Alex Harris will be talking about everything that's on his mind
Excuse me.
and everything else. And now, here's Alex Harris.
Thank you very much, Mr. Brandon Scruggs, and welcome to episode 13
Yeah, nice glasses and haircuts I mentioned in Len's stream 2 days ago. If you've watched this now, continue on.
of the Sunday Show, where I talk about what's on my mind while interacting in the live chat. I'm Alex Paris, your master of ceremonies, and we got a pretty good show for you to talk about today. We're going to be talking about everything spring related
because of that, yeah, summer and winter are my favorite seasons. Yeah, because of presents, because they're my favorite seasons, and plus I really love these two seasons because of presents to open. Continue on.
spring just started earlier this week, so
Yeah,
for all you spring
last
break
week that is. Continue on.
goers, hope you're all excited to go to the beach, amusement park, wherever you're going to go with your friends and family. Let's say hello to Luke Jeffers in the chat. Welcome, Luke.
And the end, yeah, always end up with a diary chart report. Yeah, you think diary chart is a good idea. For example, fruits and vegetables. Continue on.
We got Jake 9130. Thank you very much, Jake, for the compliments. Nice haircut. Yep, I recently got a haircut from my dad yesterday. He did.
Yeah. I heard about this from Len's stream 2 days ago. And Len Alex watches now. Continue on.
Pretty good job.
Yeah, music. Yeah, whatever. Continue on.
Music he likes. Yes, you gotta love Tremel Starks. If you're not familiar who Tremel Starks is, he's the composer for the Weather Channel music, like in the early '90s, where you.
Well, I prefer the different Sesame Street music and the classic music, children's music, and rock, heavy metal. This Tremel Sparks thing is just meh. I don't know. Continue on.
Do the local on the 8s. Got
Watch his dad. This for you, buddy. Continue on.
music. We got David St. Dennis, Jeffrey Peralta, Gaming of TD content. Welcome.
Yeah, if you watch this, I'm not sure who your name is, but anyway, this is for you. Continue on.
He's also known as Jay Houston.
Oh, Jay, I see. Yeah, for some reason, I thought that profile pic was, Emily something for some reason. But, okay, continue on.
Yes, spring and summer are my favorite seasons. So today, we are going to be talking about the top 26 spring destinations, 50 plus spring activities, and facts about spring. We are going to be starting off with, first off, we got a thumbs up from Jake. Let's start off the top 26 spring destinations of where to go. While winter is the season of cozy romantic retreats and snowy family fun, days spent at home during the coldest and grayest time can get dreary.
Wow.
So why not spend those days planning your spring getaway? Whether you're looking to stay domestic with a countryside escape, or a last spring skiing weekend, or seeking to venture further afield to a European city or indulgent Maldives bungalow, we've rounded up some of our favorite spring destinations where you can plan a trip now.
Wow, okay.
And our first one is, no surprise,
Los Angeles, California. I want to be there this year, as a matter of fact, because I want to be focused on my trip to LA, see one of my inspirations, Dave Bodenheimer. He lives there and it's a county nearby Los Angeles and to just tape the Ignoring Orange videos, but also we get revenge on one of the Ignoring Orange episodes saying, I'm a star, a great big shining star. I am so sorry, folks. Screen folks having a little bit of difficulties on my end, and yeah, I just thought Screen Flow just made me feel like I have a little bit of difficulties on my end, and also just crash, you know. Now let's just get back to what I was saying, okay? Now I'm gonna get revenge on this episode from Danebo saying that I'm a star, a great big shining star, yay! Now in 2011, Danebo and I was supposed to be doing we're getting ready to get stopped. We need to stop this episode from happening, but all of a sudden it didn't happen, you know. But I want to get revenge to begin with in 2011, and during my struggle years is still beginning of my life, and stress. I felt some horrible, you know. But 2012 became, I had brain malfunction, and that's why I wanted to go to Los Angeles so bad, you know. And I couldn't because I want to get back in the swing of things, you know. Some projects in Georgia for the many times. I'm not sure when it was in the time, but that's just me. But anyway, and Alex, watch this episode right now. Don't mention 2016, okay? Because at the time, yes, I was hurt when I say things like to call her Sean Taman. So I'm not gonna mention that because if I did, I'm sorry, but because we're not gonna get any arguments again. Because if we did, then I'm not gonna talk about it, like I said. But that's just me. But for real this time, continue on. Oh, come on, hold on. Continue on.
Los Angeles, California.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Continue on.
Los Angeles has always been a crucible for new ideas in the arts, design, and lifestyle. And with 1/3 of California's population living in the metropolitan area, 4,850 square miles.
Yeah, I did mention that I want to go see Danebo, the creator of Ignoring Orange. Also, and I'm not sure when this year I'm going to see Alex in person, but it's probably because I want to be in California to be there at San Jose. Not sure when, but you know what? It was a great idea to be at San Jose in LA, rather than just be bored to be part of this Wheel of Fortune episode. That was a stupid decision I made. Continue on.
Sprawling, glamorous, change-obsessed place is something to behold. Come spring, you could spend your days immersing yourself in the culture, enjoying attractions, including the Walt Disney Concert Hall and the Avenue of Stars, and strolling through the Santa Monica.
Now, I did want to talk about this, okay? I just want to skip that scene where he just said, Color Sean Taban, because this is not one of my ideas down on my list, nor is Kyle's and everybody. If you watch this, Alex, also skip ahead to where he says 2017. That way I won't get bored and just move on, okay? Just want to get close to be there. Just that way more easier. And because I won't talk about much anymore about it, but that's just me. Anyway. Hold on. What else?
With all reliably pleasant weather, diminished crowds. The
Okay.
return to home bases like the posh and private Peninsula Beverly Hills, the glamorous Maryborn, and the Zen Nobu Roken, and more indigo favorites.
I had to skip one scene, okay?
And I'm going to get to that comment in a little bit. And for two Price is Right tapings.
Which is, by the way, in 2017, which is a good idea. And, yeah. By the way, I did, in 2017, yeah, which is, by the way, it's better, because I told Alex, and your question's answered, you forgot to do the Price is Right, tapings, and he not the, records in a way, but more of a, talk about it thing. He just answered me, why not, you know? Just talk about it, you know? and he just wanted to talk about it. Continue on.
Brandon Martin, the host of Rant and Rave. Welcome.
Okay.
See what else we got over here. Number 1 should be Florida. Florida's a good destination.
Yeah, Florida, one of my friend Billy Moody's home state. And let's say, for example, I should talk about this about Florida. Let's just say, yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to talk about this. Whenever I go see Billy in person, that was long story short, that was 2019. I saw Billy in person, but I just want to get this out of the way because I want to just focus on this whole thing. Continue on.
To go to. I have not been to Florida yet.
I've been to Florida many times, Alex. Trust me. Continue on.
Would like to go. Up next on our list is Charleston and Kiawah Island in South Carolina.
Speaking of which, I've been there last Saturday in South Carolina. In Bluffton only. That was it. Continue on.
One of America's earliest cities, Charleston remains among its most elegant. Its cobblestone streets still plowed by horse-drawn carriages and live oaks. Charleston encompasses the best two disparate but equally engaging cultures. The age hush of European hamlets and the welcome hospitality of the American South, plus an exciting culinary scene and great springtime weather to boot. Less than an hour away from the charming food capital, lovely Kiawah Island is an ideal add-on or standalone choice for a long weekend of leisure. With 10 miles of beachfront and the Beach Walker County Park, this barrier island is a peaceful nature haven for southern escape. Our favorite property in the area, the Sanctuary, an ocean front that caters to the golfers. Here's a question from Jake. What is the comfortable temperature weather for you? I'd say right around in the mid-70s to the low 80s. And once it gets past the mid-80s, it gets pretty hot.
Mm-hmm.
But I am actually used to the heat, so. But this is actually a pretty picture. I like the little turtle over there on the beach front over here.
Wow, it's very good, especially for Tybee Island. I mean, the next step is Sea Island, which I've been to bits and pieces of Sea Island. If you watch this, Dad, I don't know what Sea Island is in that time frame, but I've been to Atlanta multiple times to see my family. That's just me. Continue on.
Next up, we have something I never heard of: Sea Island, Georgia,
which is my home state. Continue on.
With the Golden Isles of Georgia, this privately owned hideaway offers warmer temperatures, ocean breezes, a slower pace, and one of the top traditional resorts on the East Coast. If you seek rejuvenation, the 65,000 square foot spa is sure to satisfy a booking treatment. It's worth it for access to the lounge alone, where day beds seem to float over the rippling pools that fill the atrium. Those suffering from cabin fever will appreciate the 3 renowned golf courses and a wide array of activities, from dance classes to fishing, which it's been over a decade since I've been fishing.
Wow.
When I was a kid.
Wow. I've never been fishing since 2009 because at the time, yes, I don't feel like fishing anymore because I don't feel like doing it anymore because at the time, yes, it's just not my balls and strength anymore. That's just not my thing anymore. One fun fact, in 2009, I taped a filming expert of me. My stepdad been filming himself fishing, and that's where he stopped. That's why I closed my Crazy Punch 1 account by accident in 2009 of July. But July, and then I created the Crazy Punch 2 account later, about hours later. Continue on.
During the springtime, and sometimes even in the fall, me and my dad will go fishing and catch some trout, and I've had trout before. It's delicious.
Okay.
But I want to try bass fishing. I've never caught bass before in my life.
Yeah, I never had bass either. Well, if you watch his dad, but my stepdad, of course, he has so much fish, and that's just me. And I love fish. It's just, I think most of the time I want pizza, my number one favorite. Continue on.
What is the hottest temperature you've ever been in? Asked Ronnie. I would say right around, let's say about 105 degrees. That's the hottest I've been in.
Yeah, it should have been 105 million degrees. I don't know. Joking. I'm joking with you, Alex. Continue on.
What's the hottest you've been in?
Okay.
Anybody?
Yeah, AC/DC difference. Continue on.
Here's David. David was talking about Florida earlier. Miami, Palm Beach, and Key West, Florida.
Yeah, Miami was good. Palm Beach. I've been in Palm Beach before. Yeah. In 2020. Key West. I've never been there. But that's just me. Continue on.
For a much needed dose of vitamin D, Miami offers a chic cultural destination and tons of sun. This dynamic city is home not only to 7 square mile Miami Beach, but also countless luxurious retreats, like One Hotel South Beach or Seaside Miami Beach. Exciting culinary creations and an ever-evolving contemporary art and design scene.
Wow, okay.
Palm Beach provides a quieter, more upscale alternative to Miami. Look at the tiki house over there. It's really nice, by the way. 15 minutes from town and located on a private stretch of the beach, the Four Seasons is a prime spot for travelers seeking space.
Okay.
All in town, White Elephant, sister property of Nantucket Main Stray. The North Pole.
No. I love the North Pole, but it's just for Canada use to celebrate Christmas. Continue on.
Yeah. If there was hotels up there, that would be great.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
He's looking at David's text over here. Now, Where Was I At, which opened in late 2020, is a fresh boutique addition to the scene. A 5-hour drive south. Key West, a former haunt of Ernest Hemingway,
Wow.
is a funky enclave with wonderful snorkeling that feels stylish, yet off the beaten path. Plus, for those who want a castaway tropical experience stateside, Little Palm Island is a lovely add-on option, as is accessible from Key West only by boat or seaplane.
Okay.
Next up we have is the U.S. Virgin Islands. Just 1,000 miles southeast of Miami, the U.S. Virgin
Wow.
Islands are the perfect, convenient Caribbean getaway. I love the blue ocean over here with the blue sky and a little bit of clouds. When you see a blue ocean, you know it's paradise without a passport.
Yeah.
The 3 major islands, St. Croix, St. John, and St. Thomas, are known for their charming pastel buildings, crystal clear harbors, white sand beaches, and rich cultural diversity. From the Coral World Aquarium to the 18th century sugar mill ruins to the sea turtle nesting grounds, there are activities for all ages and interests. Now, we don't need to click on that because I have no plans to go to the U.S. Virgin Islands. But
Yeah.
I do want
Which is plans for me, which is good enough. Continue on.
to go to Shady Cove, Oregon for this summer to see my grandmother.
Which is good enough. Continue on.
And I'm going to tell you a fun fact. Next year will be the 20th anniversary of my Shady Cove trip.
Wow. Okay. Even though I did react to all 7 movies of Shady Cove Trip movies featuring your late Papa Nick, and I'll get the remaster reactions to the first 4 along the next and then the last let's say 3 because I haven't get a chance to, let's say, react to those 7 because I'll get back to those revisited reactions some other time. But right now, I'll get back to those let's say another time because at a time, yes, there will be some revisiting episodes about to react soon. But I just feel like it in the celebration of the 5th anniversary of his late Papa Nick's death, And then we'll celebrate with again in 2025 to celebrate my 30th birthday. It'll be huge, but I'll see what I can do. But the thing is that LJPCBM should deserve some revisiting episodes. Coming up in 1001, there will be my reaction to Rant and Rate podcast. Continue on.
Exact day, July 3rd, 2003.
Wow. Speaking of July 3rd, that was a day before my stepdad's birthday, which is a Penn's Day. Continue on.
Now, what's my dream destination, you may ask? That's honestly a very good question. But if I were to go out of the country, for example, for like a little spring break getaway, it would either be Canada or the United Kingdom.
Yeah, because I wanted you to talk to some people, for example, some filmmakers like me, because because I was in the United States, for example. Well, besides being at Georgia, because I know Canada, United Kingdom for one, because at the movies, the Brit and other things, they Twisted Cinematic Reviews. Yeah, I know that Liam and Ricky are from the United Kingdom. I haven't seen them in years, but with Ben Thompson, Mr. Cool 210, yeah, he's in Canada, and I just thought it'd be a good idea to talk to them again, you know, and Daddy Kulik came Evil Grand Productions, you know, and I talked to my mom about this, saying I'm sorry what's been going on with these folks, but I want to talk to these folks again, rather than while I'm still talking to you guys, you know. But my next chapter of my life comes next year. Do not know when, but you just have to see what happens. And also, with Canada, United Kingdom, I have so many friends who live in the United Kingdom. Kenny Clark, besides Logan Skeleton, okay. Kenny Clark, who is a friend of mine, who was also a Barney fan, per se, because at the time, yes, Kenny Clark was a good friend of mine, you know. And not to mention, Kane taught me about LJPCBM Club over the years. He did a great job, and he did met me a lot, and it's gonna be his 11th year on his I'm not sure how long is he, because on his 30th birthday. Jeez. If you watch this, Kane, it's for you, buddy. Continue on.
Those are my dream destinations.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Looking at
Another thing. Yeah, I wanted to mention that as well. Rob Young. Who else? Simon Wright, not the drummers of AC/DC Simon Wright, but a friend of mine named Simon Wright, who's Kane's best friend. School. Alex Mason, Ed Clark, not Ed Clark, but Ed Rice and so forth. They're my friends, you know, from Britain. And Logan Skeleton is a friend of mine from Scotland, you know. And yeah, and they're just, I've trusted Britons and Scottish people, you know, just because, you know, just to think that I was a founder of LJPCBM Club over the past 15 years. And I expect Irish people as well. It doesn't mean I want to say, oh my god, punch him in the face. None of that stuff. No, I think they're good people to me, you know? They talk English, they speak my English, the American English to me, and they're good people. They're good friends to me. And yeah, continue on.
Comments here before. Wow, 102 degrees from Bronny. Yes.
Yeah, 102, yeah. Man, let me check my degrees right now in Savannah. Right now. Because it's like 60, last time I checked. 76 degrees. Wow, continue on.
Rugby season has begun, so be on the lookout for that. Next is Hawaii. This is one of the favorite destinations for many spring break goers.
Wow, okay. For example, Taveri family. If you watch this now, Taveri people, it's for you, buddy. Mr. Sam Taveri, let's say Carrie Taveri, Gabe, Mrs. Abby, and Claire Taveri. For these guys who watch this now, they live in Hawaii now, you know? Miss Jenkins used to be living in Hawaii with their daughter, Helen, and their son. Then they moved to Germany, you know, to have her dad's, their son, Miss Jenkins' husband, um, um, to be in the U.S. Army. You know what I mean? But with I know Zach Pierce is still in heaven right now. He used to be in Hawaii, which I did reaction to it before. Go check out my LJ React episode on my trip to Hawaii. Continue on.
With temperatures hovering pleasantly in the 70s and the wet season at its end, April is a beautiful time to visit the active volcanoes, blooming tropical flora, and pristine beaches of red, black, and white sands in Hawaii.
Wow.
Each of the 5 main islands, the Big Island, Maui, Lani, Oahu, and Kauai, offer countless adventures, beautiful vistas, and a welcoming aloha spirit. Travelers can re-energize with daily surfing lessons, mountain hikes, bird and whale watching, snorkeling, lounging on a beach, and dining on fresh fish and fruit oceanside. For at Dialog home base, some of our favorite properties include Big Island's Mauna Lani and Four Seasons Honolulu, as well as Henda's Maui. Now, Hawaii would be another good place. I know the Zachman 18, aka Zach Peters, which, by the way, as of 2 days ago, was 7 years since we've lost Zach Peters.
Yeah, I talked to his cousin, Len, and he told me, she told me how you been doing, and I was like, I just came home from Bluffton, and said that Terry Hawkins recently passed away 3 days ago, as I'm taping this right now, and this is and fun fact as well. This was 3 days and 7 years. It was 7 years after Zach's death, you know? And he was the drummer of Foo Fighters, who may be missed by all of us. It was 7 years after Zach's death, so yeah. I don't know what to say here. I did an episode of FWO on Zach's 7-year passing on Memorial episode, but unfortunately, due to copyright reasons from Teletubbies, I felt like I should trim out the segment, but I did want to upload the full episode on my Air Archive account. So that's just me. Continue on.
The soul, we miss you very much, big buddy.
Yeah.
And he did make a video of his vacation to Hawaii. And he had a
which, by the way, I did mention this earlier. I did react to my trip to Hawaii on LJPCBM before. Continue on.
Great time. I also have a YouTube friend by the name of Matthew Vasconcelos who lives in the state of Hawaii.
Which I need to react to those soon. Continue on. If it's up to Matthew to decide. Continue on.
Yes, Logan Skelton lives in the United Kingdom, Perth, Scotland.
Yeah, some of my friends live in Somerset, and one of my friends live in Scotland. You know, I have so many friends who may have to apologize to me who lives in England. You know, I haven't seen those people in years. You know, because at the time, yes, I haven't seen some people in England over a year, not over a year, but let's say over a decade, because I want to focus on my own projects and recover myself. You know, that's just me. Continue on.
Next location, Bernard, Vermont. Ooh, look at that. I like that classic. I like that little vintage design.
Wow.
Like a little log cabin.
Mm-hmm.
With scenic skiing and hiking, cozy hotels, and a boho vibe bolstered by craft breweries and college towns, Vermont offers a picture-perfect escape within driving distance of eastern hotspots. And no place is better to call home for a weekend or week. In this area, the Twin Farms, an ultra-indulgent retreat set on a 300-acre estate that served as a getaway in the 1930s for literary giant Sinclair Lewis and his wife, journalist Dorothy Thompson. Today, the hotel has a beautifully designed main lodge, suites, and 10 standalone cottages.
Yeah, that I've never been to Vermont before. Continue on.
Which are pet friendly for ultimate privacy, as well as world-class culinary program, an inevitable art collection, and impeccable service.
Mm.
So this would be actually a pretty cool place to go to. It's got
which is good enough. I've never been to Vermont before. As I mentioned before. Continue on.
Rock walls for the fireplace and a nice view. That looks like something really cool. I really like that cabin.
Wow. This
Got
is
an old
awesome.
school
Anyway.
feel to it. Got the logs, the wood, nice chair.
Yeah, I prefer the wood and a piece of the bricks of my house rather than the log in the cabin house. But Vermont would be great, but that's just me. Continue on.
You got the little stairs and got the little frame over there.
Wow.
Hudson Valley, New York. Now I've actually read this
New York. If you watch this remix, you gotta hate New York. Continue on.
the other day. So it looks pretty cool. Hudson Valley.
Yeah, if you prefer New York, I prefer seeing one of my inspirations, Rob McNeil, and one of my and places called like Sesame Street. Sadly, the PBS NewsHour Weekend is no longer available because, unfortunately, PBS NewsHour Weekend moves to WETA, which I had to go this, let's say, in 3 months. Not sure when, but in 3 months, but that's just me. Continue on.
The Hudson Valley region, stretching from northern Western County and spanning both sides of the majestic Hudson River, is a wonderful, complex destination for outdoor enthusiasts and lovers of art, Americana, history, and food, as well as spiritualists and wellness seekers. While exploring all that this peaceful area has to offer, travelers can unwind on voluntary luxury retreats like the Glenmere Mansion, Monk, Mountain House, and Troutbeck. Plus, seize the chance to experience chef in residence at Stone Barns, a repositioning of Dan Barber's Michelin-starred Blue Hill restaurant that aims to bring greater diversity of culture perspective to local to farm-to-table cuisine. That sounds really delicious. The food must be really, really good there. I really like it. Got the bushes, the trees, and a little fountain. That'd be something cool to go to.
Okay, that's very good.
If you were to own a cabin, would you want an old cabin or a new one? I would like to go to an old cabin. Old is good. As long as it's
I'm more of the house person, not maybe the upstairs, downstairs house better than the cabin person. Continue on.
good condition too. Do you have any spring activities? Yes. I have a couple of spring activities like bike riding, going to different places, and just enjoying the outdoors. We will be talking about the 53 fun things to do this spring in just a little bit.
Okay.
Next, we have the Great Smoky Mountains in Tennessee.
Okay.
Hikers,
Which is, if you watch this, my cousin Robbie Ignani, Spear Buddy, and of course Rob, my uncle won't no longer been there anymore, but my aunt Mary Ann was living in Nashville, Tennessee, and some of my family members live in Nashville, Tennessee. But I think that I want to go there so badly. I've never been there since I was a toddler. I want to be there, go there again. You know, just being at the Central Coast again for the first time in many years. That would be cool. You know, just going to Central Coast for the first time since I was a toddler. And then that way I can be focused on going there for the first time. Just be there in time. Continue on.
Design themes. The Blue Tone Great Smoky Mountains of eastern Tennessee contain two must-visit sister properties, Blackberry Farm and Blackberry Mountain. Perhaps best enjoyed together, but still amazing on their own. The two hotels encompass a combined nearly 10,000 acres of land for hiking, biking, and horseback riding, as well as entertainments like wheel thrown pottery, archery, painting, yoga, fishing, and of course, whiskey tasting. While the location is decidedly country, the decor and atmosphere are decidedly not at the mountain jewel-toned Art Deco inspired cocktail bar serves treats like seat at the Empress table. Empress 1908 gin, lavender-infused Carpano, dried vermouths, and edible pansies, all prepared tableside. At the farm, a highlight is meeting the resident truffle hunting Lago Romano dogs, which are bred there and have a 5-year waiting list. That's actually pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Monica. Good to see you. Good to see you here on the show. I think a trip to Times Square is good for spring. Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah. Yeah, I never know what trips will be going besides Bluffton in the spring. We'll just see what happens. I did cancel my trip to the mountains in the spring, but I figure I want to go to, let's say, MomoCon in May. But I want to be able to be there, and then 2 other places. Not sure when. I'll explain more in the upcoming announcement video on my main channel and the Appalachian 94 channel. So be looking out for those. Continue on.
That's good. Next one, Utah and Arizona.
Yeah, Utah is good. I don't know about Arizona, but we'll just see what happens.
To actually visit the state of Utah one of these days.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. The thing is about Utah, I would rather be... You should be in Utah, but the mountains, but we'll see what happens. Continue on.
In late 2020, Ingarde founder Melissa Biggs Bradley embarked on a family trip to Zion Bryce National Park and the Grand Canyon.
Okay.
Of the experience, she wrote, "We crisscrossed the Utah-Arizona border, raced along a rocky riverbed, and navigated the rim Vermont cliffs that dropped 3,000 feet into Straight Canyon in a rainbow of red-orange hues. We stood on towering boulders, scanning for California condoners, and spying the Colorado River snaking its way to Lake Powell. For sheer awe-inspiring natural drama, it ranked up there with the Alps, the Amazon, and whatever it's pronounced, Serengeti, for a getaway full of grounding and gratitude. This region of America should not be overlooked, especially with the accommodations of top hotels like Amangri, with its brand new Camp Sakura and Marble and Lodge at the Blue Sky."
Wow, okay.
That's actually a nice name for the hotel. Look at those mountains.
Wow, okay.
And I also want to check out the Grand Canyon if I ever want.
Let me check the Grand Canyon and see what they're up to. Right these days. Well, Grand Canyon for the Rugrats episode, based on that, but you know, that's just me. It's pronounced like, you gotta be kidding me. It's in Arizona. Okay, makes more sense. But let me check here. It's still in Arizona, but let me check what city was that. Okay. Colorado River. Okay. Never been there, but I wanted to see what city was that. Oh, okay. Rocky Mountains, Colorado. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, Grand Canyon National Park. Let me check and see what's going on in there. It's at, man, Colorado and Mohave counties. Okay, makes more sense. Continue on.
Next up, Deer Valley, Park City, and Alta, Utah. Still
Okay, Utah things, but okay. Snowy days, but I love these ideas of skiing, but I've never been skiing before in my life, but I'm scared of skiing, but sorry! Continue on.
Utah here, all within an hour of another and the Salt Lake City Airport. There are a few skiing destinations as convenient as those in Utah. For a pampering and private experience, Deer Valley's top hotels, St. Regis Deer Valley, Montage Deer Valley, Stern Erickson Lodge, and the newly renovated Goldener Hirsch provide prime access to pristine skiers, only terrain, and a great ski school. Those seeking more...
Fun fact about Los Angeles. I did set some of my early movies by accident. One of my early movies, Live More and Taylor, I sent them to Los Angeles, and they sent me 5 Academy Awards for Best Picture on my first LJPCBM quote video I made up. Continue on.
Only the more variable terrain should head to Park City Mountain and Canyons, where accommodations include the newly opened Ski In, Ski Out, Hendry Park City. Both mountains are also accessible to Deer Valley Resort via a 10-minute shuttle ride. Meanwhile, now seekers and adventure addicts may want to spend their trip, or maybe a few days of it, at Snow Pine Lodge at Alta, where surprise snow dumps can happen well into March. Yes, you can actually go get some surprise snow there.
Okay.
I thought the sky was purple.
Like Barney. Continue on.
It can happen.
Mm-hmm.
Only at dusk time and if there's clouds, David.
Yeah.
Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
I've never been to Wyoming in my life. Continue on.
State I want to check out. I've actually been eyeing the state of Wyoming for quite a while.
Wow.
Known as the big one for vast experiences of difficult runs, Jackson Hole embodies the spirit of Wild West, both on the slopes and off the slopes. The rustic
What was that noise? Continue on.
local ski scene is punctuated by pockets of luxury center around.
No. I'm talking about my. No, you're right, Alex. I'm talking about my background. Sorry about that, everyone. Continue on.
Hills, Caldera House, Four Seasons of Jackson Hole, and Mamongi. Although it's attracted a trendy crowd in the past few years, Jackson Hole continues to maintain a rugged, easygoing atmosphere, which makes it great for families as well as couples, groups, and friends. This is really nice. It's got that old school windows here and everything else. Sun Valley. In the 1930s, when it was established, Sun Valley was the very first winter destination resort in the United States. What's the ski getaway for stars of Hollywood's golden age, including Judy Garland, Marilyn Monroe.
Wizard of Oz, different. Love the Wizard of Oz movie. And Marilyn Monroe, as you mentioned, that was one of my, at Lisa and my mom's favorites. Continue on.
And Clark Gable. It continues.
Yeah, Clark Gable of God of the Wind fame. Continue on.
From its easy charm, old school glamour, excellent slopes, and natural beauty.
Okay.
The two main mountains are known for Baldy and Dollar, ideal for first timers, and are also themed adventure trails for children. After hours on the slopes, April ski cocktail and a historic Sun Valley Lodge. Yes, they got a lot. Oh my God, Luke.
Yes, my childhood, Barney! Yay! Continue on.
Oh my God. Yeah, Bonzi is purple.
Yeah, not all purple, Alex. Barney is still purple, you know? Continue on.
Bonzi is purple. He's a purple gorilla who loves his bananas.
Yeah, I'm sure that Barney loves everything, like, let's say, oh, yay! But anyway, moving on. But Bonzi, yeah, I don't know about Bonzi, but, you know, I prefer him doing, like, the pink. Just joking, but you know, and if you're watching my reaction to 8 to 18 of Bonzi's body, there's something wrong with you on the whole Bonzi Gooey Duck show. Continue on.
Next up, we have Aspen, Vale, and Beaver Creek, Colorado. The mountains of Colorado, they're beautiful. The mountains of Colorado, I really like this already. It's got a nice hotel, the fireplace, fire pit, mountains, a nice view. With designer shops, luxury hotels, high-end restaurants, and serious serious rocky mountain terrain, Aspen is the glittering crown jewel of the CNBC ski destinations. While the four mountains offer a range of terrain for all skill levels, what really shines here is the glamorous April ski scene. For a less glitzy but still buzzy option, Vail Mountain has its own following of chic adventurers, setting itself apart from the West Coast resorts with Vail Village, a European-style alpine village, home to shops, restaurants, and hotels, including the Four Seasons Vail and Sonopal Resort. Beaver Creek, often reserved as Vail's little sister, is another great option with charming alpine town and their charities like Park Hyatt and Ritz-Carlton.
Okay.
Alaska is a...
Yeah, it is, yeah. Makes sense to me about the Alaska. Yeah, it makes difference between Alaska and Antarctica, which is home of the penguins. Which, if you watch this remix, you love penguins, but penguins, yeah. Kind of different to the whole March of the Penguins movie, and I think you're gonna hate me for this remix. Forest of the Penguins, but by Bob Saget, which he passed away, thankfully, not thankfully, but rest in peace to him. But he did. I love you, Bob Saget, but Forest of the Penguins was one of his least favorite movies, but. It's not my case, but it's just, I want to talk about Born Jokes pretty soon. Continue on.
blown ecological wonderland. And you know what? During the summertime, people actually cover their windows with the drapes because it doesn't get dark until the wintertime. So you get up at 2, it still feels like it's dusk, but it's not. It's nighttime.
Okay.
That's actually a true fact.
Yeah, it is a true fact. Yeah.
If Bonzi's birthday was today, he might have been eating banana flavored. Yeah, that's May 16th, 2000 was his birthday, which was
2 days before my mom's 40th birthday. Continue on.
also the same year the Gorilla update was released for the program Bonzi Buddy.
Yeah, okay.
Though not a pampering destination, it vows with wild landscapes and adventure. The spring season is a fantastic time for enjoying winter.
Speaking of which, you're gonna hit me for this, Alex, but I'm not gonna show anything copyright related, but here it is. Boy Wiki, here we go. No, I'm not gonna show that, but no. Hang on. Let me see here. Yeah. Let me see. Real quick. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Hang on. There we go! I'm gonna say it in a split second. Okay. Continue on.
Points in the mountains. With fewer crowds and longer days for an outdoorsy pod, consider taking over to Sheldon Chalet, a 5-bedroom haven that sits on only privately owned land in the mountains of Denali National Park.
Okay.
That's something pretty cool.
Okay.
Checking the comment there.
Mm-hmm.
International spring getaways. Mexico. Mexico's treasures are diverse as they are diverting. Adored for its dreamy beach resorts, colorful cuisine, playful atmosphere, and a vibrant art scene. It is the perfect destination for getaway that balances culture, activity, and indulgent relaxation. Whether you're up for a beachy getaway to the Riviera Maya, Hotel Estina, or the Bellman, or Los Cabos, Las Venturas, or one and only. Or
yeah, and you know what? You know, it's something unique, you know, because even though it's Spanish tradition, you know, and, you know, I just wanted to take part of the whole Spanish tradition and eat some Mexican food. You know, that's just meant to make me eat more food. I love that type of restaurants nearby my American state, you know. And it's great fun. Continue on.
culture, art, and food, focus escape to the central city of San Miguel al Denali. This spring break destination is classic for a good reason. Yes, Mr. Toonster. May 16th, 2000.
Which is probably I'm not sure what I was doing that day. Probably the time probably the last day while I was in kindergarten, not pre-K, something like that. I don't know. I was doing AOL dial-up at that time frame, and then that's how and then play some CD-ROMs. And then that's how I started internet back in the old days. I don't do Bonzi Buddy until 2010s, 2020s. That's where I first started Bonzi Buddy software. You know, using Parallels Desktop. You know, that's where it began for me. That's why I met Bonzi Buddy ever since. Continue on.
With the internet.
Oh, and before I say something like that, how I met Bonzi Buddy? From Alex, you know, and because of that, I was reacting to Bonzi Buddy on those reacts. He was gonna do his own Brian Steve show on those days, but no, he did Bonzi Buddy. But you know, he canceled season. I'm not sure what season he was on, but he came back to return it in 2018 or 2019. But regardless, he did a show called Bonzi Buddy, and meanwhile he came back Brian Steve show, but he didn't do much Brian Steve show in the 25 yet. I have not told him about it yet, but nor as let's say the Jeremy let's say, spin-off series yet, but we'll just have to see what happens. But that L4GS TV channel was out of business, you know. Just because it's a YouTube channel doesn't mean it won't be a same without the Alex Paris channel, which is now defined, you know. Not defined, but the archival channel, you know, that's just me. Continue on.
The Caribbean is another good destination.
Well, okay.
In March and April, the Caribbean beacons with its powdery white sand beaches, warm turquoise waters, and pampering resorts. Just a 3.5-hour direct flight from New York. Travelers looking for a romantic, secluded atmosphere should check out Turks and Caicos, a top family-friendly.
You're talking about. Let me just see here. Okay, one more time, and search out. Hold on. I'm not gonna do that my own pancake, but let's see about movie. This time I can't go, Alex. I don't know. Let's see. Continue on.
Also accessible via direct flights from the U.S. is Antigua, where all-inclusive Jumbly Bay offers a private island location, friendly atmosphere, and top-notch amenities on a spectacular beachfront. Other enduring favorites include the Dominican Republic's Panama Harbor Island in the Bahamas, St. Lucia's Sugar Beach Resort.
Yeah, like AC/DC concert, not concert, but the studio album Back in Black taped in Bahamas, along with the album Flick of the Switch. You know, that's just me. Continue on.
Island, Richard Branson's exclusive hideaway in the British Virgin Islands. Next we have is Costa Rica. Which,
by the way, my friend Marshall Brown did his own movie called Costa Rica movie. I did a remastered version of Costa Rica on my own. Some content related stuff, but you know, that's just me. Continue on.
Check out that little patio over there. Nothing like lounging outside, looking at the sky with your sunglasses.
Okay.
What's the weather in California? It's going to be raining tomorrow. Right now,
horrible. You know what I mean? You know, in my area, it's sunny right now, just because. Continue on.
As I'm taking a look over here, there's a little bit gray, but it's got a nice breeze to it.
Which is a ray sun, but anyway.
Alright, back to what I was talking about. The country of Pura Vida, Costa Rica champions health and wellness in nature. Come for outdoor yoga, meditation on pristine beaches, excellent surfing and snorkeling, wildlife viewing, and jungle adventures by ATV, horseback, and zipline, all while unwinding an eco-friendly resort like Castle Pagliago or Naira Springs.
Okay.
And the pampering Four Seasons Peninsula Papagayo is perfect for families or couples looking for a mix of adventure and relaxation, while Andaz remains a tried and true favorite for a spectacular beach at a low price point. Cartagena, if I pronounced it correctly, with an old town surrounded by colonial-era fortifications built by the Spanish. Cartagena is both stunning time capsule on the shores of the Caribbean Sea and a contemporary mecca for sun seekers. I'm not going to read it all over here. I want to get to like the facts.
Wow, makes more sense. Continue on.
Panama. If you're hoping to get a little bit lost in the world after months of remaining at home, Panama's Islas Secas may be the place for you. Got a nice little island surrounded by palm trees right in front of the beach. That's a nice private getaway.
Okay.
Nicaragua. The country of lakes and volcanoes indeed. Central America's largest and least densely populated country is home to 28 volcanoes, which 6 are still active, yes. According to this article, 6 volcanoes are still active down there. You know, right?
Let me just pause it right now before I actually begin this. I'm going to close this thing real quick and whatever. Real quick. Yeah, I'm going to try again because it's this time. No. Don't talk politics right now because this is stupid. Anyway. I'm not being stupid. I just want to not talk about politics right now in this episode of LJPCBM Reacts. But you know, I'm showing this to weather report to David, but and David's Discord server. But I just wanted to get this out of the way, you know. But anyway, that's the weather report for today. 75 degrees in my area. Right now, it's just maybe too risky. Continue on.
It can actually be pretty good, especially here.
And I know the no politics rule on, let's say, 25 Discord server, but I just thought it was a good idea. And yes, if you watch this, Alex, rain's terrible. I thought I wanted to be spraying the rain into pieces. And rain would be good if they wanted to stop the rain forever, period, the end. So that way I will have more sun in my good amount of time, period, the end. That would be good enough for my body over time. Continue on.
The more rain we get, though, more it helps, because we've been in a drought for like almost a year.
You know, I felt like the rain should have been, I felt worried for you guys in California, you know. It's not even good to be rain, you know. Rain is just awful in my parts, you know. Because I hated the rain. Even the thunder and lightning thing, and because I feel like, excuse my middle finger, but the rain just, but the thunder and lightning keeps booming, I keep telling F you to the rain. Yeah, again, excuse my language, but that's just me. Continue on.
Up the drought monitor on Google, you can see how bad parched California is.
Yeah.
Next we have Iceland.
Well, if you watch this, Marshall, it's for you, buddy. Iceland was good because if I do go, I haven't been to Iceland in my life, but and Tom Kingle, if you watch this right, my former boss, in fun fact, he was my former boss at the Kingle Design. If you watch this right now, he did go Iceland before with Tammy and Emily. You know, they went to Iceland, and it was way before his son was born. You know, and if he's watching this now, I think he went to Iceland before I decided to edit Cinegraphs at Iceland. I haven't done it because I felt horrible at Cinegraphs, you know. Making Cinegraphs, you know, just thought it'd be a good idea to not do them anymore. Before I decided to quit KO Design, you know. And, yeah, that's how I felt like it. And then, meanwhile, he did talk about Iceland, you know. My friend Marshall Brown been there in 2015 this summer. That's just me. Continue on.
Otherworldly terrain ripe for expeditions like glacier walking and descending into a volcano. Wow. And cruising the sea, whales, fjords, and puffins, Iceland is an adventurous traveler's dream. And when spring hits, days grow longer and sunnier. Migrating birds return home, hiking trails become accessible, while snow on the mountain peaks still allow for winter activities like skiing and snowmobiling, heli skiing and snowmobiling, and of course, Iceland is a prime destination for viewing the magical northern lights. Yes, those northern lights are actually pretty cool to see at night.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the sun is actually really good for all of our health.
And it's much better than rain, in my opinion. Period. The end. Because I hated the rain. You know what I mean? Because it's much better if I would use sun than rain. You know what I mean? Just if I see rain again, I'll spray it. Because I want to spray the rain. We'll use a spray can. You know, that's just me. I'm not going to be partly negative about it, but I just want to do it. Continue on.
It gives us vitamin D, just like orange juice.
And juicy juice, 100% juice. I'm more of a juice person, no an orange difference, and I'm a huge fan of no orange, by the way. As I mentioned in the chat, but no orange is for me, of course. But yeah, and yeah, continue on.
Now we're gonna go to the European cities, which are Paris, Rome, and Lisbon.
Yeah, okay, makes more sense. Continue on.
The limited crowds, blossoming flowers, and milder temperatures are the primary draw of European cities in the spring.
Okay.
Paris, for one, is absolutely dreamy between shows, festivals, and street fairs crop back up after a gloomy winter, and blooming cherry blossom bring a pop of
Wow.
color to famous sites like the Eiffel Tower. Let's see. For a bump in the temperature perfect for seeing sights, head to Hotel Eden or Hotel de Resi in Rome, where gelato season
Wow.
begins the day the sun starts shining on it. Artichokes reach their peak freshness in time for the Easter feast. Meanwhile, carnival season has begun in Lipson, with Brazilian parades swarming the streets and top hotels like Barro Alto and the Four Seasons Hotel Ritz showing their spring colors. You know, no matter what time of season, don't you just love the smell of fresh air in the morning?
I have to agree with Alex at this point. You know, I sometimes do that. Sometimes I get on work as a technician and filmmaker. And since I was a child, I stay indoors. Continue on.
I certainly do.
Mm-hmm.
Read over here. Got three more. You already saw them, but we're going to read them anyway. Number 3, Morocco. With sunny but not stifling days of refreshing nights, plus the verdant gardens of properties like La Mancha Market, springtime is a lovely season in Morocco, where the market offers history, romance, and atmosphere with gorgeous architecture and extravagant shopping scene. The beauty of this indulgent spring getaway doesn't end with the cities.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the rest of the article here. Let you read that for a little bit while I look at the comments over here.
Okay.
All right. Next, we have the African safari, which is still popular to this day.
Okay.
After 2 years of significantly decreased tourism, travelers' dollars are needed more than ever in Africa. So the low spring season is a great time to visit our favorite safari spots.
Okay.
As the summer rains have just passed, spring is the best time to see tons of water surging over the otherworldly Victoria Falls in Zambia.
Okay.
The last on the list is the Maldives. Now that's a very nice beachfront house, palm trees, literally right on the ocean, right there. We'll read this here, and then we're gonna go to the fun facts. Fun spring activity, excuse me. This nation of more than 1,000 tiny islands contains a water world to satisfy the tropical fantasies of surfers, scuba divers, beach lovers, and honeymooners. For an extended spring break vacation that is truly far-flung with 5-star service and amenities, escape to one of the many luxurious overwater bungalows and beachfront villas available at properties like one and only Riha, Chival, Blaine, Reddy, or Como Malfu.
He somehow mixed up the Barney songs. Continue on.
And those are the top 26 spring destinations for getaway people. For people who want to get away from like home and have a nice, fun vacation.
Wow.
All right, now we're going to look at some of the fun spring activities to do during the spring.
Wow.
Now, I'm not going to read every single one of them.
Okay.
But they're very short.
I hear the truck in the background. Continue on.
The great outdoors. Plant the spring garden. We got a garden in our backyard. See the cherry blossoms. Have a picnic at the park. See, you got the first crochures, snowdrops, and other spring flowers. Go for a run. I do that. Take a hike. Play softball. Ride a bike, which I do. Right around this time of season, spring to summer, and a little bit of fall before it starts to get cold again. Enjoy the spring weather at an outdoor cafe, visiting a farm, horseback riding, golf, and walk on an empty beach, and visit a farm to see the baby animals. Now those are fun, especially riding a bike. Go for
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm just looking at the truck here. Continue on.
fun, taking a hike. When I was in Angels Camp, I would just usually like take a walk all around town during one of my times there and up there, and it's actually a nice walk around. You can consider it a hike if you really want to. Spring activities for kids and kids at heart.
Wow.
Flying a kite, look for the 4-leaf clovers, jump in puddles, blow bubbles, all this fun stuff.
Wow, okay.
I remember doing this as a kid.
Yeah, blow bubbles and everything else. I mean, all these things are number one favorites for me, especially the fact that I've never been doing a lot of things. Continue on.
Sidewalk with chalk and playing catch with your mom and dad. Where did the time go? We've all grown up.
Yeah, I'm in my mid-20s, it goes my late 20s. You know, it was great fun. Continue on.
All right, eat and drink. Roasted asparagus. Here are some of the eat and drink activities. Eat jelly beans. Make up deviled eggs. Peeps. Remember having peeps?
Wow.
Spring fun. Listen to the rain. Watch bumblebees. See got a rainbow. Feel the sun on your face. Pet bunny. See all the Oscar-winning movies.
Okay.
And send someone other than your mom a Mother's Day card. Visit the zoo and other fun things.
Okay.
And there you go. Those are the fifth. I'm going to scroll through this one more time so that way y'all get an idea of what I'm talking about here.
Okay.
We'll go slowly here. And then we're going to be looking at the facts about spring that may surprise you.
Okay.
Then we're going to go to our weather report and we're going to close off the show.
Okay. Yeah, weather report. Yeah, whatever it was. Continue on.
Get dirt under your fingernails. That's life of a kid for you.
Okay.
I hope you're all enjoying this episode. It is currently 4:03 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time.
Mm-hmm.
Work was pretty good today. And now, our last article of the day. It is the, get up here. Facts about everyone's favorite season, spring. The results are in. 33% of Americans say spring is their favorite season. We couldn't agree more.
Yeah, my favorite season is summer and winter. Again, those are my favorite seasons of all time. Continue on.
Weather is perfect. The trees are blooming. And the tulips sprout from their bulbs just waiting to greet you. What's not to love? In honor of the spring's arrival, we're sharing a few facts about everyone's favorite season. Well, at least 106 million people's favorite season, spring.
Mm-hmm.
Here, check out something real quick, and then we're going to continue on. This year, the first day of spring will be, which was this past Sunday, March 20th of 2022.
Yeah, last Sunday. Continue on.
The first day of spring is known as the vernal equinox. In Latin, the word vernal means spring, and equinox means equal night, which I actually did not know. The Latin word for season is Saturnium, meaning seed time. Spring was formerly referred to as Lent, which was changed to springtime around the 1300s, which was many, many, many centuries ago, and eventually was shortened to spring. Spring is the verb from the time of year when plants begin to grow again or spring from the earth. Attention all lovebirds. We hate to say it, but we may have some bad news for you. According to a Facebook study, early spring is when couples are most likely to break up.
Wow.
Interesting. The spring equinox is one of only two times, other than being the fall equinox, is when the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. If you were to stand on the equator during either the spring or the fall equinox, you would see the sun pass directly over the top of your head. In the North Pole, the spring equinox marks the start of 6 months of uninterrupted daylight. Whereas in the South
Which I'm not a huge fan of daylight savings. Continue on.
Pole, the spring equinox marks the start of 6 months of darkness. Yes. It's on the other side of the earth. Studies show that babies born in the spring are more likely to become the night owls and optimistic. I didn't know that.
Okay. Be right there and shut the door. And continue on. My stepdad is here. Anyway, let's continue on.
That is actually brand new. Okay. Next up we have the reason why we have spring and other seasons is because the Earth's tilt. if the Earth was perfectly perpendicular to the sun, where there'd be no change in seasons of hours of daylight.
Mm-hmm.
There would be no change in seasons of or hours of daylight. The reason why Easter changes every year is that it falls on the first Sunday after the first full moon of the spring equinox.
Wow.
Usually, the earliest spring flowers to bloom each year are tulips, daffodils, sunflowers, primrose, and lilies.
You
Though
okay?
the spring equinox isn't typically until the 20th or 21st of March, most Americans believe that spring unofficially begins on March 1st. Don't
Wow.
know why, but hey,
Wow.
whatever they want to believe in. In Japan, they believe spring season once their national flower, the cherry blossom, starts to bloom.
Wow.
That's actually pretty interesting to read. In Silili, women travel to the Garden of Adonis at the start of each spring. While there, they plant seeds and decorate the garden with a blue and crimson ribbon. Years ago, it became a popular myth that if you could balance an egg on its head during the spring equinox, but it's not true. It's just a myth.
Yeah, I agree.
In
Yeah.
China, they celebrate the start of the spring and the Chinese New Year at the same time because they follow a lunar calendar. Spring fever may be real and a good thing. Scientists believe that longer days cause people to be more active, creative, and happy. Wouldn't doubt that fact there. In literary works, spring is often used to represent birth, a revival, and a start of happy and better times. Although baby birds are born with the ability to sing, they don't learn how to until spring, where they hear other birds chirping while looking for a mate. Yeah, many years ago.
Wow.
Many years ago.
Wow.
This year's daylight savings times happens on the 13th of March.
Which is boring. Continue on.
And we'll spring forward 1 hour, so we lose an hour.
Wow, boring.
Spring holidays include Good Friday, Easter, Passover, April Fool's Day, Earth Day, Arbor Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Cinco de Mayo, and Holi, festival colors in India. They celebrate the start of spring and the Chinese New Year at the same time because they follow a lunar calendar.
Wow.
And that, my friends, are the articles of episode 13 of the Sunday Show. So stand by for the weather report.
Okay. We just got the blah 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 plays. Anyway. And then we're gonna run that and just move on to this different music that was just boring you to tears. Anyway. Current conditions 63 degrees, mostly cloudy. Anyway, San Jose and things like that. Continue on. New, which is about this Thursday. First is on April 8th. Full is on April 16th. Last is on April 23rd. Sunday, which is yesterday, by the way, 7 a.m. and 7:26 p.m. And Monday is 6:59 a.m. and 7:27 p.m. Continue on. I don't care about this music. Let's mute that right now. Anyway, rest of today, breezy, rain, highs in the upper 60s, southwest winds to 20 to 30 miles per hour. Okay, continue on. Tonight, breezy, rain. Okay, this is boring. Anyway, winds in the upper 40s, south winds to 20 to 30 miles per hour becomes southeast to 5 to 15 miles per hour after midnight. Continue on. Monday, patchy fog in the morning, showers and a slight chance of the thunderstorms, highs in the lower 60s, south winds about 5 miles per hour become west in the afternoon. Continue on. Anyway. Is that it? Okay. Just gonna skip this music and move on. Anyway, latest observations. Part of our show is 65. Along with San Rachel, a little more, okay. Let's say, and San Francisco is 63. Shockwind is 74. Moreso is 75, and Frenchville is 81. mostly cloudy on 2 of the locations, and fair rest of them. West 9 and Winds 9 and South 18, yeah. Both of these banks, Barreto, San Francisco. Northwest, North winds, 12 on Saco, something like that. I don't know. Calm, Monaco, West 9 on San Francisco. South, 13. I don't know what the words were. Continue on. Just gonna move on there. Just move on to the next one. Just don't care anymore. Anyway, Atlanta, oh my god, it's gonna have some clouds. Okay. 40 to 65. Boston, 26 to 32. Just, let's say, more clouds in Boston. Wow. Okay, it's gonna be snowy. But anyway, Chicago, some, more clouds. 24 to 31. Cleveland, snowy. 22 to 30. Okay. Dallas, clouds. 57 to 85. Okay, let me just pause it right there. Okay. Denver, clouds. 44 to 80. Detroit, 19 to 33. Houston, more clouds. 61 to 80. Continue on. Indianapolis, 24 to 43. Oh my god, it's gonna get stupider in Los Angeles. Thunderstorms. Screw you, Thunder! And the weather reports, but anyway, 55 and 60. Miami, clouds, 66 to 79. Minneapolis, clouds, 21 to 40. New York, clouds, 24 to 33. New York, thank God we're gonna go to New York because of this. Sun, 30 to 52. Orlando, clouds, 56 to 84. Philadelphia, clouds, 20 and snow. Excuse me. 24 to 37. Phoenix, oh my god, that'd be stupider. And Phoenix, 62 to 85. Pittsburgh, snow, 20 to 30. St. Louis, snow, more clouds, 32 to 51. San Francisco, even stupider, rain, 50 to 61. Monday, okay. Seattle, stupid rain, 48 to 56. Santa Cruz, thank God, snow. Anyway, 14 to 21, excuse me. Tampa, clouds, 60 to 82. Washington, D.C., more clouds. Why? 29 to 43 on Monday. Continue on. Move on to the next thing. Thank you! Anyway, for my elementary school years. But anyway, radar data, temporary unavailable, current radar. Okay. Makes more sense to me, but whatever. Don't have any weather, then what's the point? Anyway. Oh my god, it's gonna get stupider in California. Why? Thunderstorms, screw you. 63 and 63. Yeah. And some ratio, whatever, yeah, 63, yeah, I don't care anymore. Podcast Monday, anyway. 62, Monterey, how to announce it. Bakersfield, 68. I don't care about the thunder, I care about the sun. Bye-bye, thunder! Anyway, continue on. See what I be ya, or I'll spray you forever. Anyway. Move on. Tuesday, mostly cloudy. Okay, makes more sense. Thank you. 45 to 64. 43 to 66, partly cloudy. It's in a forecast, okay. And same thing, 43 to 70, okay? Partly cloudy. Continue on. Okay, we'll skip that and move on to the next one. Okay, there we go.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is our weather report, and I will also conclude episode 13 of the Sunday Show. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of learning of spring as well as the top 26 getaway locations.
Which, by the way, it is last week. Okay? Continue on.
And on our next week's episode, I will be doing a game of Big John's Wheel of Fortune for the PC. So hopefully I get to win a lot of money there. Maybe even win $1 million.
Yeah, I hope so. Fingers crossed, everyone, Alex. Continue on.
I can get the $1 million win. So, and I just want to let everybody know in advance, the live chat will be disabled next week. But on the
Yeah, that's be exciting. Continue on.
episode after next week, I will have the live chat enabled. So,
Yeah, coming up on LJPCBM React. Not sure when, but probably because in May. Not sure when, because I watched some episodes of Sunday Show between, but at the time, yes, I'll do reaction videos of Sunday Show in May. Probably mostly because of busy life ahead of me. And yes, we're gonna skip copyright footage, which is what I said, due to the fact of the situation I did before, and plus it just feel like I'm hurt so bad. Continue on.
once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Brandon Plumley.
Yeah, stupid remix. He said, yeah, we'll copyright music and we're doing it. Does too mix. Come on, continue on.
I'm here at the wrong time here, but I still want to.
Yeah, thank you. Continue on.
For tuning in anyway. So, with all that being said, this is Alex Percy.
Not trying to be too harsh to remix, but that's just me. Continue on.
Have a relaxing Sunday, and I'll see you all next week. Good night, everybody.
So that was the Sunday Show, episode 13. What do I think about this episode? Catchy, but overall, it was a successful episode overall, except for some flaws. Okay? So, that's just me. That was LJPCBM's episode number 810. Hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned for the next one, which is going to be David Files vs. the Mighty Cards, Season 4, Episode 16, which is going to be the next one, and then afterwards, I'm going to react to Purple Road's podcast, episode number 76. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to react to on Purple Road's podcast, episode 76, but it's going to be return reaction videos to Purple Road's podcast. First of all, I want to say I'm taking a break reaction to the 25 KPR TV until May or June. Not sure when, but we'll see what happens. Secondly, I'll react to David Thousands as soon as possible, the documentary wise, until May or June. We'll just see what happens. Thirdly, I'll continue to do more videos for you guys, but we'll just see what happens. Till next time, so Jones and Bob, peace out, baby. We can more videos, guys, be soon. Till then, just out. See ya.
Given unto me this life I'll never take for granted, and given all the time I failed to really understand it, I never sought to meet the maker of reality, the one who gave the life that which is always happening, but I tried all the time. I ask, why me? Why was I the one to see things as I do under the moonlight and the sun? Perception is the question, and the giver holds the key.